Hi, and welcome to a bonus edition of 10-Minute Food Truck Training. All this week, I will be doing a spin-off podcast called The Daily Dose with Helen Kramer from OurApp.io and a favorite twins, Lauren Bell and Lori Walker from Double Trouble Philly Cheesesteak Food Truck out of Houston, Texas.
Yeah, it's the Helen and Bill from the Helen and Bill Show. Lori from Double Trouble out of Richmond, Texas. We're doing our podcast. We just started this week as the first week. If you like what you hear, continue to learn. We're trying to give you tips, whether you've been in business for a while or you're new to the industry. We hope these helpful tips will keep you moving forward, especially in today's day and age. We talk about real topics, real time. Bill's going to kick it off this morning.
A lot of people ask me about changing their prep time or streamlining their processes. So I'm going to let the girls answer this since they're the most recent folks in business. You guys started, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, October 2019.
So tell us how from back then to now you've changed your processes, you streamlined your work habits.
Okay, so one of the things about the Philly cheesesteak is that you're always supposed to be able to get that to order. And so when we first started out, we would wait till people came up to the truck, told us for what they wanted to put that meat on the grill, because you was always able to get your stuff, according to the way you ordered. One of the things that we learned to do is prep a box or two of meat, depending on the size of the event or where we are. We prep a couple boxes and put it in hot holding. And Lauren goes around with a thermometer on her neck. And every now and then she checks that meat. It's over the grill to make sure that it's holding the proper temperature, safe temperatures. But that was one of the ways that we streamlined. So that meat is already done. So now what we do is just take the spoodle. Once the person orders, we take the spoodle of meat and add whatever veggies to it, put it on the grill, let it melt your cheese, and then go on from there. If we are doing a big event, we have a hot box, and we'll make maybe say up to 20 to 30 classics, put them in the hot box where they maintain the proper temperature. So when that line is ready, we're able to just pull out of the box, because people do not like to wait a long time. And as long as they can get their food hot and fresh, that really, really cut down on the timing for our customers.
Awesome. Talk about the technology too you guys use regarding time. Lauren, you want to chime in?
Yes. So when we first started, we had tickets that we were writing. So the ticket process has changed to, I think, where we finally have what we call a mastery. When we started off, we would have a preset tickets, and we would check off what you wanted, onions, no onions, whatever. Then that was just too costly to create. So then we bought the little guest check tickets out of the restaurant depot, and we wrote down every single ticket with what you want. But the only problem is we didn't have food truck terminology, so everybody's abbreviations for the same sandwich or the same item would be different, and we would spend 20 minutes trying to figure out, what is this supposed to be? What was this? Oh, I thought it was this. So we eliminated that. The app and using Square and the app and our apps and the Square works together. So now when people go to order, the choices are there. It prints out nice and neat on the ticket. It prints out. Now we're not writing tickets at all. So that's already taken a whole bunch of time out of the process, and for us to streamline just time. We also realize that prepping is our very best friend. Not shopping and cooking on the same day, making sure that, just the things that can be done and are in your control are done and ready to go. We have streamlined so much, but the app has definitely allowed us to do that really easy and without a whole lot of extra, if you will.
That's awesome. Lauren was cutting out a little bit. Bill or Lori, do you want to kind of just recap what Lauren said, just in case that doesn't come through for our listeners this morning? We might do a little editing.
She was just saying that how prep time is really key.
I love that.
Everything that's in your control, prep time, it absolutely helps with your streamlining, because if you have to stop and cook meat or grab cheese out the fridge or refill your bottles, that's just too much. So prepping is definitely going to aid in the wait times for your customers.
Awesome. And I do remember when you guys were writing tickets, I was like, that is not going to fly with the mobile app. Because your orders are going to come in, and you want the orders to come in even before you open, because then you can have your 6 or 7 sandwiches ready. Then you open, people come pick up. You've already sold 7 sandwiches. And I love that video when you guys started using the printer, and you sent me that cute little video. So that's all really good topics for today. Bill, you have anything to add this morning on this beautiful morning? I mean, there's a lot of people that are probably freezing. to death. I know I'm in Florida this morning and it's really cold up north, but and Bill's over in the Panhandle and the girls are in Texas, but everybody stay warm. And Bill, do you have anything to add?
I think the key here for any food truck owner is to look how you can streamline your processes. The girls talked about they shop on one day and they do prep on a different day. That makes sense. You want to make sure that any process that you're doing it as fast and efficiently as possible. Always establish a time goal for yourself, whether it's prepping a case of lettuce or cutting a bag of onions. It should take you a certain amount of time to produce the same result, and then you should work to get faster every time you do it.
It's a great tip. Yes. And some of my food trucks, actually, I'm challenging them to set their timer when they're prepping, and they can see if they've improved, because you actually can maybe be prepping for 2 hours and really it only needs to take 30 minutes. So for more tips and tricks on that, you need to join the food truck training group. Also listen to Lori and Lauren's trainings that they do in the rooms on the food truck training group. Join our apps family if you have more questions about the mobile app. And we hope everybody has an amazing day today and crushes it and very prosperous. So be kind to one another. God bless. Bye from Helen and bye from...
Bye-bye.
Bye from the ladies. Okay, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Look for the Daily Dose to premiere on its own podcast next week. Join us tomorrow, and we're going to have a whole bunch more to talk about.